Hello, friends. Happy to be back again and wish you good morning, good afternoon, good evening in different parts of the world. Today, we're going to understand formula for solving worry situations. Yes, we all come across worry situations almost every day in life. How to tackle it? As we are trying to understand, yes, three doctors, including a celebrated ulcer specialist, said my case was incurable. Yes, my case was incurable. I lived on alkaline powders and a tablespoon of half milk and half cream every hour. A nurse put a rubber tube down into my stomach every night and morning and pumped out the contents. Okay, so things can become so worse when we are tensed. Okay, this went on for months, and finally I said to myself, look here, Earl Henny, if you have nothing to look forward to except a lingering death, you might as well make the most of the little time you have left. You have always wanted to travel around the world before you die. So, if you are ever going to do it, you have to do it now. You have to do it now. While, while and when I told my physicians I was going, I was going to travel around the world and pump out my own stomach twice a day. They were shocked. Okay, impossible? Yes. They had never heard of such a thing. And they warned me that if I started around the world, I would be buried at sea. No, I won't, I replied. I have promised my relatives that I will be buried in the family plot at Broken Bow, Nebraska. So I'm going to take my casket with me. I arranged for a casket, put it aboard, yes, ship, and then made arrangements with the steamship company in the event of my death to put my corpse into a freezing compartment and keep it there till the liner returned home. I set out on my trip, imbued with the spirit of old Umar. Yes, ah, make the most of what we yet may spend before we too into the dust descend, dust into dust, and under dust to lie. Sans wine, sans song, sans singer, and sans end. The moment I boarded the SS President Adams in Los Angeles and headed for the Orient, yes, I felt better. I felt better. I gradually gave up all my alkaline powders and my stomach pump, and I was soon eating all kinds of foods, even strange native mixtures and concoctions, and that were guaranteed to kill me. As the weeks went by, I even I even smoked long and also black cigars and drank high balls. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself more than I had in years. We ran into monsoons and typhoons which should have put me into my casket, if only from fright. But I got an enormous kick out of all this adventure. Yes, I played games aboard on the ship, and sang songs, made new friends, and stayed up half the night. When we reached China and India, I realized that the business cares that I had faced back home were paradise compared to the poverty and hunger in the Orient. I stopped all my senseless worry and felt fine. Okay. When I got back to America, I had gained 90 pounds and I had almost forgotten I had ever had a stomach ulcer. I had never felt better in my life. I went back to business and haven't been ill a day since. Very important word, yes. So everything is possible, but we have to quit worrying. Earl P. Haney told me, Earl P. Haney told me he realizes now that he was unconsciously using the self same principles that Willis H. Courier used to conquer worry. First, I asked myself, what is the worst that could possibly happen? The answer was death. Second, I prepared myself to accept death. I had to. There was no chance. The doctor said my case was hopeless. Third, I tried to improve the situation by getting the utmost enjoyment out of life for the short time I had left. If he continued, if he if I had gone on worrying after boarding that ship, I have no doubt that I would have made the return voyage inside my coffin. But I relaxed and I forgot all my troubles. All this calmness of mind gave me a new birth of energy, which actually saved my life. So, rule number two is, if you have a worry problem, apply the magic formula of Willis H. Courier by doing these three things. By doing these three things. First, ask yourself, what is the worst that can possibly happen? Second, prepare to accept it if you have to. And the third point that we saw, then calmly proceed to improve on the worst. Okay, friends, take care. Love you all. See you soon. Yes. Bye bye.